Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the Masters League. We are here for Formula One action. It is round number 6 of the championship as we take the Miami Grand Prix, of course, here from the Sunshine State of Florida. My name is James Hurd. I'm going to be taking to the stream, as always, of course, on this fine Thursday evening. Hopefully, you are all doing well there in the comment section. Hopefully, this week will be less eventful than me having to try and get a co-commentator in like last week. But of course, we are here in Miami, and hopefully everything is going to be okay with the stream. If it does lag or anything, it's out of my control. There's the latest Windows update I have deciphered in terms of potential lag and potential issues that we had certainly last night, EML Premier 1. So if that is the case, I can't really do anything about it until they release a new update. So you just have to bear with my dulcet tones for the next hour and a half or so. Hopefully we're all going to be getting underway, by the way. I'll run you through the championship standings soon. They are up on your screen right now. But we've only got 5 drivers in at this moment in time. Only 5 in. If that is the case, and many people are not joining at this moment in time, then obviously there'll be a lot said, I think, in the Discord by F2 standards, certainly, because F2 was off, then on, and then off, and then on again. So we are back there for F2. I think F2 is not going to be live on the channel if you all want to tune in, because Storm is unfortunately now away after an earlier cancellation. Decided to let the light in and decided to let the F2 guys race along with the F1 guys here tonight as scheduled, of course, going into the break week next week. Looking through though the championship standings coming into tonight, championship leader Black Box had a bit of say actually in the Discord a little bit early on, but he leads the way on track on 108 points, I should say. Volakongan there in second on 94, still going to be on that points haul. Unfortunately for Volakongan, no longer part of F1. Harry Banks there in third, though, on 93. He has got a 15-point advantage to try and decipher there from Black Box. The guys are now joining the session, I can report, which is good. Elliot there in fourth on 87. Cosby there in fifth on 82. Then a big gap down to Scott Bugner there in sixth on 52. Nathan Vandenberg there in seventh on 52. Neymar in 8th on 38, just notice his name is spelt wrong as well. Nicolo there in 9th on 37, and Nitro there in 10th on 34 points. Or Nitro, I should say, in 10th on 34 points. Iton there in 11th on 32, along with Charlie Harrison, 12th on 31. Freddy 13th on 30, Hawk 14th on 28, and then Delphian 15th on 26. Gaines Class also on 26 and 16th. Forza Brendan in 17th on 20, Samu in 18th on 19, then Lynx in 19th on 18, and Benny in 20th on 17 points. Looking through the constructor standings off to the right-hand side of your screen as well. Ferrari leading the way on 169 points. We've got a 24-point advantage over Aston Martin there in second. AlphaTauri currently in third on 108 points. Aston Martin, by the way, on 145, if I didn't say that. Alpine there in fifth on 69. Red Bull in sixth on 64. Mercedes in seventh on 52. Sorry, where am I going wrong? Alpine 4th, 69. Red Bull 5th, 64. Mercedes 6th, 52. I think I said they were in 7th. My apologies. Williams there in 7th on 45. Then Alfa Romeo on 8th on 37. Haas in 9th on 37. And then McLaren in 10th on 26 points. So, hopefully, we're all going to be going out on track indeed. Ivan Tonchik there saying, good evening. Hopefully everything will be fine as I won't be able to jump in as emergency co-com like last week. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I'm feeling a lot better compared to me and my stomach, unfortunately, last week. Couldn't really handle me doing an hour and a half of commentary. Should be okay, though. I have been going on a little bit of a diet this week as well. So it is all good. 12 drivers currently within the lobby as well, which I'm glad to report. As I say, F2, not sure if that is going to be live on the channel. If not, F1, of course, is here to whet your appetite even further. Of course, top tier racing. Even with, I think we are scheduled for 14 or 15 drivers for F1. F2, which I don't think is getting streamed, has only unfortunately got 11 drivers scheduled to actually go and race there, which I think is an absolute shame. And I want to bring on as a league director the absolute issue that is attendances, I think, at this stage, because it's not only limited to TML. Obviously, we've got our own issues in F2. F1 and F3 and F4 are absolutely fine. It's F2, which seem to get out of we can't seem to get out of a hole where the attendance has dropped every single season. Happened last season, around the same point. It's happened again this season, unfortunately. So if you are obviously a line-only driver and you are wanting to obviously participate in TML moving forward, you can indeed do that. You can have a look at the Discord that is in our description box, and hopefully you will be able to get some good racing out on track along with the guys who, of course, are going to be debuting in F2. And yeah, it is, as I say, it's a real plaguing issue, I think, in the league racing community. I mean, I can speak from my head commentary roles for WR and for PSGL F2 as well, for WR Tier 1 as well. And the attendance is there. I'm not downright in the league whatsoever. The attendance is there. I think, honestly, as I said in Azerbaijan a couple of weeks ago, I think drivers' egos are bigger as you get bigger and towards like the tier of racing. And I think this plaguing of attendances is down to a couple of things, to be honest. It's down to, obviously, the game is not really in a fit state to obviously try and drive on, which is an absolute shame. It's not great for us to commentate on either. Obviously, drivers have got lives as well. Totally appreciate that fact. And obviously, if you do have a life, then well done, first and foremost. And yeah, it is obviously very sad, I think, to see that attendances are dropping. I think across the board, in any league that you go to, you will see attendance problems. I can guarantee you that. I could go on about this issue for a long while and take it into a podcast. But yeah, Ivan Tonchik saying, I mean, league racing is just dying at this point. I think people just CBA to race if they are not dominating straight away and if they are starting to struggle a little bit. Yeah, I get that point. It's not that, though, to be honest, in terms of the racing. I mean, we've had really good tier racing here in F1, F2, F3, F4 throughout the years and throughout the seasons in TML. And there's been no real... Obviously, the racing out on track speaks for itself. But there is no real issue, I think, in terms of boosting people's egos here, certainly. In WR and PSGL, maybe so. But I think league racing is potentially dying at this point. As I say, it's down to a couple of things. It's down to the game dying. I think people not being motivated enough on this game as well. And that, I think, is what are the real core causes, I think, of this issue. And I personally think it needs to be dealt with on a universal scale. So it needs to be dealt with basically by every single league. Get around the table, negotiate, and hopefully get on top of the attendance issue, get on and basically put in a universal-wide system that will help every single league, every single driver, and every single admin and commentator in behind the scenes as well. That's how I see the land lie anyways. But coming into the track map, then we're about to get going. The drivers have now been given the chance to ready up. We are here in Miami, 5.4 kilometers and 3.3 mile, 19 turns away to now. Drivers out on track with the 3 DRS zones. One down the start finish straight, one down the back straight in towards turn 11, and then once again one down in towards the old back straight in towards turn number 17, of course the left-hander, which has been plaguing quite a few drivers in terms of the issues. It is on midday in terms of the weather once again here in TML. We did the same last night for EML as well. So hopefully it is going to be good. While we're on the subject, by the way, of Miami and obviously in Florida, Hurricane Ian is currently hitting Miami at the stage and currently hitting the Sunshine State. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in America, in Florida, especially at this in particular time. And it is harrowing, I think, to hear some of the accounts that are coming out of Florida at this moment in time. I know a couple of friends that live there. They're luckily okay. They're in another state further up north in America, which is really good and really obviously good to see that. But it is worrying. If you've got any friends in America, just check on them and make sure that they are okay and hopefully are dealing with the situation with Hurricane Ian as well as can be, given the absolute nature, I think, and the beast, I should say, of, yeah. Looking through some of the comments as well, Ivan Tonchik saying, I mean, it's sort of dying mostly during the F1 2021 game cycle, and May saying will only die if you let it. Interesting comments there from our former league owner, of course. And yeah, I've got to agree, if you do leave it too long, it becomes a problem. You're basically brushing under the carpet the issues that you have, and you think they're not going to rear their head up. They indeed are, and I think it's going to happen in any other league as well, including TML, and I'll be absolutely frank and open and honest with that on the stream here for F1, because I am, of course, part of the league director team as well. But enough of league directorship, we're going to commentary here tonight for TML F1. Hopefully everything is going to be good in terms of the stream, certainly good in terms of the weather. Only the 13 drivers here tonight with F1, and I mean, come on, it's top tier racing. We should be getting full grades. We were getting full grades at the early end of the season, and unfortunately now down to 13 drivers, which I think is an absolute shame. As I say though, it is a universal problem across any other league, PSGL, WR, I know WR top tier especially, has had to embellish a lot of reserves into the lineup to try and just get the races on from week to week. And that is being open and honest, as I always am, in commentary. The first man out on track was Neymar. One of the first guys coming out on track. Gains Class, though, is the first man out on track. And he's just spun coming out of the pit lane exit and has got right side end plate damage on the car. Speechless. Speechless. That silence says it all. Gains Class. Right side end plate damage on the car. Unfortunately for him, that was caught on stream. That is going in the blooper reel at the end of the season. And yeah, really strange. Really, really, really strange indeed. But yeah, Nathan Vandenberg also out on track, Ricardo out on track. Gains Class was the first man out on track. It's not now. I think it is Samu, the Alpine. That is going to be the first man out on track to at least go on a lap at the very most. Samu, of course, actually did very well last week in finishing, I think, midfield in the end in the racing last week. That's the links just coming out of the pit lane. Yeah, Samu has got pace around here. Knocks the ball off to the left-hand side there as well. Just going to turn up my telly slightly because I cannot really hear my telly. Hopefully you can all hear it okay. There we go. I've turned it up slightly. I'll turn up my volume a little bit as well, so hopefully you can hear the Elgato roaring through very nicely indeed. As now Sammy comes in toward the left-hander of turn number 17. On the run through turns 18 and 19, and Gains Class as predicted, coming back into the pit lane. Samu then on this lap, on the run down in towards turn 1, let's ride on board with them. We come on this lap in the Alpine, coming to the right-hander now of turn number 1, and then to the left-hander 2, and then to the right-hander of turn number 3. Of course, a Herman Tilke design track. Favourite corners like the S section coming up here, ripped off from Japan. And they come to the left and right, and then through turn 6 and towards the double left of turn 7. There's a double left-hander coming through turn 7. To the right-hander turn 8, on the run through first sector split, and into 30.4 in the first sector from Sam. So not looking too bad there. On the run now down through the little kink of turn 10, down the back straight in toward the left-hander of turn 11. Quite undulating actually, the track in real life, of course. May have seen on Autosport.com. If you haven't, they're going to be keeping the fake marina next year in 2023 for Miami. Don't really see why they can go and get a real one, to be honest, but there we are. Something beautiful through the chicane, though. Beautiful cut of the left-hand side curb. On the too far right, through turn 16, 102.3. It's respectful. It's not the level up we were seeing last night. We were seeing the 101s through that part. There's now Sammy on the run down in towards the final couple of corners at turns 17, 18 and 19. Of course, we'll pass the Hard Rock Stadium off to the left-hand side there as well. Sammy goes very deep, though, in towards the corner. On run through the final corner. On the run towards the line for Samu. It'll be a 27.5 to start off the night. Not a bad lap there at all from Samu. Nathan Vandenberg is invalidated. Lecala is coming through, his teammate in through the final corner. Lecala being, of course, Samu's teammate, I should mention. Carlo on the run to the line, will go third, 28.3. Carsby middle sector as well. Finn looking quite quick through the first sector, 30.5 in the first. And a bit quicker in the middle sector than Samu. So this is looking good from Carsby. We'll see more improvements, I'm sure, as we go through the session. Black Box is out on that lap as well. There was an interesting comment there, which I'll come on to in just a second. What Black Box was saying potentially about the issues that was going on in league racing at this moment in time. But Sammy leads the way. Neymar there in second. Lecala there in third. Hawk there in fourth as well. Cosby, though, I think is going to trump the lot on the run towards the line. And he does. Just about 400ths of a second. Cosby out on top. Sammy there in second. And then Neymar finishing currently in third position. Black Box is coming around the final corner. That's more like it in terms of the lap times we should be seeing around here, though. That is Lynx out on top, purring to the top step of the standing so far in the qualifying session. We're on board them Black Box coming out the left hand of turn 2 to the right hand now of turn number 3. Championship leader, of course, coming into tonight, part of the Talon Factory team. And Black Box has been very unlucky in PSGL on Monday, so hopefully his form will be bettered here tonight. Coming to the left hand of turn 6, now to the left hander again of turn number 7. And already through the first sector, you can tell this is a lot quicker than everyone else. 30 flat in the first sector from Black Box. He now comes in towards the middle sector, coming from the little kink of now turn number 10, and run down in towards the left-hander of turn number 11. Black Box was saying, I may as well jump into one of the calls, only man that could stop TF Lynx winning tonight. Interesting. Black Box though was quicker, I think, through the first sector, so we'll have to wait and see how this might lie. Black Box now coming to the right-hander of turn 15, now to the left-hander of turn 16. And it's up there, 101.8 in the middle sector. I think he might be quicker than Lynx in the middle sector. This is looking good from Black Box, the AlphaTauri man. Don't know what he was on about and trying to get me in terms of the lineup here tonight. I haven't done a sign-up, and I probably won't either. I'm not going to give myself discretion for driving against these guys out on track, because probably I'll end up in the wall. And you guys will all get to see it as Black Box now comes through the left-hander of turn 18, runs through the right-hander of turn 19, on the run to the line, goes quickest, 26.999. Hopefully not phoning that phone number a little bit later on, but Black Box there out on top. Lynx in second, Cosbury in third, and Black Box saying that I could stop Lynx. He is the one that tames Lynx into pole position at this moment in time. Dalfi is about to go on for a lap. I think Nathan Vandenberg is invalid through the middle sectors. We're right on board with Dalfi. Ivan Tonchik was also saying in the comment section, I mean, I could not race this season as I have school exams, also football starting from next week. I wish I had time to race because I'm a racer, but in life there are just more important things. Yeah, totally agree in that. And May is saying as well, last week was 19 drivers in terms of F1. Yeah, I think honestly it might be the case where it's Miami and people don't want to try and get some balls to try and actually drive the circuit, dare I say that? But I think it might just be a common effect. Miami is one of the most hated tracks, I've got to say, on the F1 game by speaking to people that have driven this in other leagues. Yeah, it's one of those tracks where I think the drivers absolutely hate. I absolutely love to commentate on, as was actually good action in Premier 1 last night. And if you didn't catch that, you can watch this back afterwards. But Black Box out on top, Lynx in second, Cosbury in third. Dalsey was a 30.3 in the first sector. The BGS man, of course, his teammate, or his fellow BGS driver, Sammy, currently in fourth position. Not teammate, of course, here in TML. Now coming to the right-hander of turn number 13. Through this very tricky middle sector, coming through 15 and 16 now, or sorry, 14 and 15, then into the left hand of 16. And Dalfi got very nicely, I've got to say, on the curve. It's not going to be the quickest middle sector you'll ever see here in Miami. For 102.3 in the middle sector. She's not looking too bad at all on this lap. Black Box out on top, Lynx there in second, Cosbury currently in third. Neymar, I think, is just starting up on a lap as well. He's through the first sector. As Dalfi comes to the final corner. In fact, that's Gaines Class, I think, coming on to a lap now. Or Neymar is on the lap now, I should say. Dalfi on the run to the line now, goes clear into third. So good lap there from Dalfi. Looking on board with Neymar. He is coming through that first sector, I was right. Now coming to the right-hand return number 3. And Black Box out on top, Lynx in second, Dalfi currently in third. Hopefully everyone enjoying their night, hopefully in thinking. May is saying, so you did the right thing and not sign up. I think we both did the right thing, to be honest, and not sign up. Both me and Ivan, as Neymar has made a mistake, coming out of turn number 6, invalidated too much on the curb. Dalfi currently in third, just ahead of him. Sorry, I should say, just ahead of him. He's just starting up on a lap as well. Just trying to see if there's anybody else on a lap at this stage. Hawk is on a lap, the German. Normally right on board with him in qualifying, and this is normally now a commentator's curse coming his way from myself. Of course, fellow commentator in FRL. Hawk now coming through the middle sector split, 102.9. Say not the fastest middle sector you'll ever see, but these guys are committed to the cause, and that's what we like to see here in this qualifying session. As now he comes down into the left-hander of turn number 16. Black Box out on top, Lynx in second, Dalfi in third. If you're just tuning into the stream, Hawk now coming through the final couple of corners. I think he'll go maybe ahead of Nathan Vandenberg, who's lucky here on the run towards the line. And he doesn't. He goes 3 thousandths behind him. In fact, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. I think it's Lynx maybe backing off on his lap. Sammy's up in the first sector, though. BGS man now coming down in towards the left-hander of turn number 11. And May's also saying in this, saying, only way you'll fix it is ban the time wasters from team events as well. If everyone did this, it'll make people realise teams should also do more. Yeah, I've got to be honest, yeah, definitely so. I think we disagreed on that in previously, but yeah, I think I'm beginning to realise that you've got to try and take a hardline approach to try and get the drivers to do what you want. Basically, we're not their mothers and fathers at the end of the day. The parents obviously have jurisdiction over themselves, but when it comes to racing, we are in charge, and we are the ones that set the rules. And if they don't set the rules, they don't really need to be in the league, to be honest. But yeah, Black Box out on top, Links in second, Delphi in third. As I say, I could make a podcast on that issue because I've got a lot of thoughts that is going to be training my mind through there. Also, Brendan on a lap as well. Nearly outbroke himself into the final corner there. On the run to the line, goes 7th. 28 flat. I was going to say 38 flat there from Brendan. Nearly adding 10 seconds onto his time as he is stopping out on track. Not sure what this is for. Forza Brendan stopping out on track. Coming... That's at turn number 1. I'm not sure if he's actually letting everyone through or if he's got a problem potentially. Brendan now gets a move on. Or is he doing donuts? No, he now flicks the car the right way. And Elliot now goes quickest with a 26.6. Blackbox 26.9. Forza Brendan, though, has got back underway. I'm not sure why he did that, to be honest. There we are. Oh, Blackbox had a huge moment there. Coming out of turn number 5 as he rolled on board. Big slide from Blackbox. And now Blackbox coming through the first sector. 30.1. That cost him. He's going to back off his lap, I would imagine, on this. But yeah, Elliot out on top now. Blackbox in second. Links in third. Of course, Elliot kept that win from Canada. Kept that win from from Azerbaijan, even a little bit earlier on in the season, 2 weeks ago I think that was, in fact. And Elliot currently showing why I should shut up sometimes in terms of my predictions and in terms of my opinions towards him. But yeah, Elliot leads the way, Blackbox there in second, Links there in third, Blackbox through the middle sector. Has recovered somewhat, it's a purple middle sector. According to the timings, I don't think it is actually, still in 10th and a half down in that middle sector. Elliot Bill out on top, Blackbox there in second, Links in third, Delphi in fourth, Carlsbury in fifth. 6 minutes to go left in this qualifying session as we now run aboard with Blackbox once again, coming to the left-hander of turn 20. In fact, he's coming in to the pit lane, coming through 18 and 19. So Blackbox in, not really surprised that he did, to be honest. Of course, the Brendan's obviously backed off his lap. I think he's just invalidated on a run. Nathan van der Berg, though, the Dutchman, is on a lap. 28.2. Gains class also on a lap. He's in the first sector, though, so we'll run a ball with him shortly. Nathan van der Berg, though, in through middle sector. Again, not looking as quick as what we've seen in the middle sector. It's 1 and 2.5. It's respectful. He's going to go to around Neymar, Forza Brendan, that sort of area, I would imagine. Maybe going to put my house on the line and say to 27.9 incoming from Nathan van der Berg. We'll wait and see. Now coming to the left-hander of turn 17. Elliot out on top, Links in second, Blackbox in third, and Nathan van der Berg won't be setting that 27.9. He has come into the pit lane. Probably heard 27.9. James had commentating and thought, you know what, I'm just going to come in the pit lane. May as well. Gains class though on a lap as well, coming through the left-hander of turn number 17. It's Elliot out on top, Links in second, Blackbox there in third. Gains class though, trying to gain up the field. Now run through the final corner on the line. That's more like it from Gaines class in terms of qualifying. Has been somewhat off the pace actually in qualifying in recent weeks. He goes for 27.1. Obviously not as many quick drivers here as what there should be in Miami. Only 13 drivers, as I say, for F1 here tonight. F2, by the way, as I say, I believe is not live at the stage. If it is, then it makes me look like an absolute fool. But if it is not, then obviously we will have a look. Carlsbury, the 5/10 up. First sector from Carlsbury. Huge first sector from him. I'm just going to have a look in my subscription box. Yeah, F2 is not live here tonight. It's only F1 on the channel at this moment in time. GT7, by the way, is live as well. If you do want to catch TTML GT Season 1. And round 7 and 8, I think that is at Trial Mountain. Very good race circuit, actually, Trial Mountain. Even though it is fake. Carlsbury now coming through the middle sector. 101.7 in the middle sector. Carlsbury is now trying to put himself up there with his teammates to try and make it into Folsey. Front row lockout in qualifying. With 3.5 minutes to go, this is good for Carlsbury. He won't get another run in, I don't think. So this is now boom or bust for Carlsbury. As he comes back in the pit lane, he was not happy. He realised that the time was against him. Decided to come in the pit lane. Fair play to him if he did. But he was 5 tenths up on that lap. If he improves on that final lap, he's going to be in big trouble to potentially try and beat Elliott in terms of pole position out on track. Ivan Tonchik as well, saying in the comments section, I think I told you I was planning to retire after the season anyway. Yes, you did. And there will be an announcement from me in due course as well about my future here in TML. As I said, I am league director at this stage. But yeah, there'll be an announcement coming. Don't know when it will be. Probably towards the end of the season. There'll be an announcement coming from me at the end of the season. Which... kind of good, kind of bad, if you look at it from one way or the other. Elliott out on top, Links in second, Black Box in third. Samu currently on the lap and in the wall, coming out of turn 17, or turn 16 even. Right-hand end plate damage on the car. So Samu there down in 7th position. Samu, of course, has been quite good in terms of recent race performances, quite consistent in terms of his racing out on track there as well. But yeah, Elliott out on top, Links in second, Black Box in third. Not sure what the flash was about. Coming through turn 17 there. Not sure if anybody else saw that. Samu, though, in the pit lane. Well, that's not how you take the correct pit entry, though. Coming in. I think that might be him done in qualifying because there's only 30 seconds left, I think, in that qualifying session. Nathan van der Berg has just been done by traffic, I think, coming out of turn number 1. He was going on to lap. That McLaren and that Red Bull, unfortunately, he is not going to be on your Christmas card list. That is for sure. He invalidates, but luckily Nathan van der Berg, I think, has got enough time to go on for another run. Just trying to see who's furthest on. I think Lacala is furthest on. Indeed he is. He's coming through down the back straight in towards turn 17, 18 and 19. If you do want to keep discussing, by the way, about that, about my comments regarding League Racing dying a little bit earlier on, you can do. I'm obviously going to be collecting opinions as we go along through the season as well. I want to try and hear from a range of different people, or certainly we do in the league directorship. We want to hear from different people, drivers, other league owners alike. If you do want to obviously message me or message any of the league directors regarding that in TML, you can do indeed. It will better inform us certainly towards season 9 of TML. I'll just maybe say something there. Who knows? Elliott out on top, Links in second, Black Box in third. Ricardo there, currently in 10th, 28.1 in on his personal best so far. Now coming through the left-hand return, number 7. And coming through the first sector, 30.5 in the first sector. Carla, who messaged me, was it him, I think that messaged me last week, saying, don't know why you're blaming Elliott in terms of the incident when it was actually, it was the other guy in the Azerbaijan and stuff. I think Ricardo messaged me anyways. He is certainly one driver to look out for. He's certainly trying to improve. I think he has got, I think it was Samu actually that messaged me. I think Ricardo is now on, or trying to go on to wheel, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 103.1 in the middle sector. He's down obviously on his lap time at this moment in time. But yeah, at this moment, Ricardo currently in 10th. Elliott though leading the way. Links in second, Black Box in third, Gaines Class in fourth, Dalfi, Colsbury, Samu, Neymar, Forza Brendan, Ricardo. Most of these guys are either going on to that lap or just starting their full lap. Oh. That was not a yawn for me because the action is boring out on track. It most certainly isn't. Nathan van der Berg is coming towards the end of his lap. We have got, though, I think, Forza Brennan coming through the final corner. We have indeed. He's coming now through the final corner. And then onto the other line, the Irishman. That's more like it from him. 27.4. Good lap time from him. Gains class 3 tenths down. Black Box not improving. So that's big. And Links not really improving either in the middle sector. So I think actually Elliott has got this qualifying pretty much sewn up. I don't think anyone is actually improving on a lap. Links is. He's 9,000 up in the middle sector. It's going to have to be a huge final sector, though, from Links. He's got to find 3.5 tenths of a second to even beat Elliott. On the run to the line now with Links. 26.9 is current best. And he barely improves. 200ths of a second improvement. Carlsbury is improving up to third. 26.925, which is the same lap time as Links. Great lap from Carlsbury, great lap from Links as well. Hawk improves to 7th, his best qualifying, I think, of the season from the FRL man. Goes into 7th, and my friends, it's the end of qualifying. Not many improvements there at all. And it's Elliott who takes it out on top. 4/10 of a second, nearly the gap over Lynx, and, well, if you thought that somebody could be tamed in terms of it, wasn't Lynx. By hell no. It was Elliot out on top who tames everyone and takes the qualifying and takes pole position and on track from Lynx there in second. Colesbury there in third position. Ivan Tonchik saying, was it the incident with Iton? And yes, it was. It was the incident with Iton in Belgium. My memory is like an absolute sieve, as you can probably tell. So that is why, yeah, Lacola did message me regarding that incident there. It was all very fair in Love and War, and I think it was Iton actually that might be going on that wheel. Don't know. It was a conversation we had. I can't really remember. Elliot Adams 2.5 of a second in the end, clear of Lynx in second. Colesbury in third, split by Lynx setting the lap time first over Colesbury. Colesbury did improve the third in the end. Black Box there in fourth, championship leader. Gains class in fifth. Dalfy there in sixth. Hawkins 7th. Forza Brendan 8th. Samuel 9th. Nathan Vanderberg top 10. Then Neymar in 11th. Lacorda in 12th. And Funky Chicken right down the back of the field. His internet maybe giving him a few rolls. That's why he's starting last to first. Potentially out on track. But yeah, Funky Chicken starting at the back of the field. We are going to be back then in 30 seconds. And I will see you when we formate onto the grid. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully we weren't gone too long there, but yeah, welcome back to the Masters League. Welcome back to F1, and welcome back to beautiful blue skies and sunshine here. 30-second countdown already on, so beautifully timed in terms of the advert, and now we're getting going for the Miami Grand Prix, of course, out on track. 29 laps away to now with drivers. Ivan Tonchik saying, any predictions? I'm going to go for rogue prediction. In terms of this, I think George Russell has got absolutely no chance, that's for sure, in this race. If I was to take a top three, Black Box for the win, Colesbury for second, and in third, ooh, I don't know, Dalfy, I think, for third, potentially, out on track. Father would like to coming on here in Miami for round number 6 of the championship, and it is, like said, and away we go already. Now it gets a very good start. Lynx is off the line as well, and he's on the run down side by side toward turn number 1. I think everyone's going to be clean through turn number 1 in the background. Lynx is through and he's into the lead. Elliot there in second, Colesbury there in third, Blackbox there in fourth, Gaines class in fifth. Everyone's settling down, which is good. I think everyone is pretty much in a set of hard compound tires apart from Hawk and Lacala on that set of mediums early on. 2x2 into Noah's Ark formation into the S section we now go. And Nathan Vanderberg was held up there by Forza Brendan. So Brendan there into 9th. Nathan Vanderberg now outgunned by Neymar down the inside line. Halfway down the field this is. Down to 9th, 10th, 11th position they're fighting out for at this stage. I think Blackbox just got retaken past by Gaines Class. And now Blackbox is back ahead of him. So Blackbox soon he's into 4th. Gaines Class in 5th. Hawk there in 6th. And Colesbury tries to attack his teammate down into the left hand of turn 11. Everyone knows sitting inside Nathan Vanderberg and Neymar once again side by side. Now coming through the middle sector, the Red Bull against the Aston Martin. Aston Martin, beautiful pair of heels there by Nathan Vanderberg. He's through, he's into 10th. Neymar's just been done like an absolute funky chicken out on track. Nathan Vanderberg through, and he's in 10th position. Just crashed the wall there slightly on the right side end plate, but I think he's fine, and he's still ahead of Neymar for now. Beautiful move that though, around the outside. Got the job done. Lynx leading, Elliot second, Colesbury there in third. On the run down the straight once again in towards turn 17. There's been a bit of contact further down the field. Further up the field, and that's Blackbox involved. Blackbox has been caught in an incident coming through the final corner, and Dalfy has been given a 5-second penalty for collision with Gaines Plus. So Gaines Plus in the pit lane. Dalfy is also coming in, no front wing, and the VSC is out on track as a result. There's Blackbox caught up in that incident as well, down to P10 early on. Funky checking in 11th. Lynx. Oh, hang on. Don't know what's going on. My OBS is disconnecting. Apologies.